Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. I made a video about this time last year talking about what weapons I would like to see get their own festive versions, and a couple of people on my Discord server this year and stuff like that were telling me I should make another version of it this year. So I'm doing it now. Let's get right into this. Really quickly though, if you enjoyed the video after you finish watching it, make sure you leave a like. It really helps me out and it shows me that you want to see more stuff like this. So if you do enjoy the video, leave it a like, and yeah, let's get into it. So I asked my Discord server again, and I do this a lot. So if you're not part of my Discord or you're not following me on Twitter and stuff like that, you're actually missing out on the chance to actually be part of the videos and stuff like that and actually have some influence in it. But basically, one of the first ones I saw that I already had written down was the original. Now, I don't really think the original will get a festive reskin this year, as it is a reskin of the default rocket launcher, and they don't really do reskins of reskins, you know, so there probably won't be a festive version of any type of weapon reskin, which is kind of sad. Honestly though, I would love to see a festive original and even some more festive reskins in the game, like that are just regular weapons but a different skin. So maybe like a festive Kappa, maybe like a festive Lugamorph or something like that, because they're just reskins of the stock weapons. But honestly, I think that they're limiting the amount of weapons just because some of them are reskins of other ones, when most people use these reskins anyway, so festive versions wouldn't actually be a bad idea. And think about all of the soldiers that don't really want to use the rocket launcher and just use the original instead. And if they want to be really Christmassy this year, they can't do that because there's no Christmassy version of their gun. So I don't know what they are to do. Like, they have to use a rocket launcher, but I don't know. It's not that big a deal, but it would be cool to see a festive original. I'm also aware a couple of sentences in that didn't really make sense. Now, this next one was actually suggested quite a bit on my Discord server as well. Like, a couple of people said it and then other people agreed with it, and that is the half-zatoichi. And I didn't think people would actually be saying this. I didn't really think that another melee weapon for the demo man would be one of the things that people suggested the most, but quite a few people want to see this stuff. And honestly, the more I thought about it, the more I thought, actually, this is a pretty cool idea, because we've got the Eyelander already, but the half-zatoichi is probably like one of the more popular swords for the demo man, so why not make a festive version of it? You can have a very, very Christmassy samurai running around the map just slicing people's heads off. Like, if that's not Christmas, I don't know what is. The next festive weapon I'd like to see actually be part of the game would be the gunslinger, and the only reason for this is that I feel like there are a load of cool things you could do with it if you wanted to change the design up a bit. And one of the ideas that I had was just have lights on the end of each finger. I don't really know if that would work that well. I think it would look quite cool. Like, when I was imagining it, I think it looked alright. Might not be the case when you actually go to put it in a game, but I don't know, as a concept I think that was quite cool. The next idea, and somebody else in my Discord actually suggested this as well, was that it could just be like kind of like a Christmassy glove or a Christmassy hand, I guess. Like, I don't really know, a bit like the holiday punch, but the NG and a robot hand. I'm not sure how it would work, honestly, but I think it'd still be a pretty cool idea. Obviously, the mini sentries wouldn't change because you've got the festive gunslinger on, because there's loads of festive wrenches already, and the regular sentries don't change. So I don't really see any point to having the mini sentries change because of a festive gunslinger. But I don't know, it would be pretty cool to see some festive sentries in the game. I mean, it wouldn't be any less scary when they're shooting you, but they'd look good, I guess, when you're dying to them constantly. So yeah. Now, this is one I wasn't really thinking about, and I only really thought about it at all because my Discord server was saying it and a couple of people messaged me saying it, and that is the frying pan. And honestly, like, I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure how it would work. Like, I guess you could wrap the frying pan up and stuff, and it would be like one of those really weird shaped presents that you really obviously know what it is, but you don't want to say it is what it is because it might be wrong. But I don't really know. Like, I think it would be kind of cool if it was in the game, but I'm not 100% sure how it would work, how they would actually make a festive version of the pan, and if it would actually look any good in game at all. Like, I'm not too sure. Like, wrapping lights around the frying pan probably wouldn't work, but if you wrapped it up with like wrapping paper and stuff like that, added a few designs onto it, I think that would be alright, but I'm just not sure. Like, there could be a strange festive pan, like, just imagine that. And the final few that I'm going to be suggesting are actually the new pyro weapons. And I'm only saying this because they are new weapons and they are pretty cool. And they actually have potential to do some pretty cool stuff with them. I'm only really talking here about the Dragon's Fury and the thermal thruster. Like, I don't think the gas passer really can get festive at all. Like, it's a petrol can thing. Like, I don't really know. Like, can you do festive stuff with that? Like, you're throwing gas at people. so maybe not. And the hot hand, it's a meme weapon as it is. We don't need more versions of it, in my opinion anyway. Like, you guys might want a festive hot hand, but not me. No, I don't. But with the Dragon's Fury and the Thermal Thruster, there's a lot you can do with that. Like, the Thermal Thruster could be like fireworks and like Christmas crackers, stuff like that. I don't really know how that would work, but like maybe you could fit a design like that in there. I'm not too sure. And then the Dragon's Fury, it has a lot of room to work with because it is such a big gun. You've got a lot of stuff to like mess around with like different Christmas wrapping and stuff like that. So maybe even just the regular festive lights and things like that. I don't really know. There's a lot of like opportunity, I guess, with these weapons and stuff like that. And since they are brand new to the game, I honestly don't think that they will get one, or if there's going to be like war paints or whatever that can be used on them. But honestly, let me know in the comments actually if you think a festive Dragon's Fury and a Thermal Thruster would be an awesome addition to the game. I think it would be quite cool. I'll definitely pick one up if they do come into the game. But honestly, I'm not sure that they will actually be a thing. Maybe sometime in the future, but probably not this year. Alright, so now that I have done all of the festive weapons I think should be added into the game, and I've talked to you guys about them in a video, I'm going to give you guys another little idea as to how I think festives should work, or how I think they could work. I don't think this is actually going to happen. I'm not like saying any of this is 100% official. This is just something I've come up with now and thought it would actually be a pretty cool addition to the video. So this idea I've come up with is the fact that they could basically just release a bunch of Christmas themed war paints. They could be like a limited time thing where you had to go through Christmas contracts to get them and something like that, and they would act like normal war paints but have a different Christmassy design. And then you can have a bunch of different variations of them and have a bunch of different festive weapons for pretty much every weapon that is applicable to use with war paints. I think that would be amazing. But it could be like different wrapping paper that you see at Christmas time as well, but like fairly similar designs but just with different things on the designs and stuff like that. I think that would work quite well. I don't know if it's a really good idea. Let me know in the comments if you think it is, but I did think it was kind of cool. Like, I don't know if it would actually work well at all, but I don't know. It's something that I think would be awesome to see in the game, and to actually have to complete Christmas contracts to get stuff that is limited to Christmas, I think that's a good idea. I mean, the naughty and nice crates have got to be filled with something if they do Smithmas this year, so maybe there could be a few more war paints in them. I don't really know, but I don't know if festive weapons is something Valve are really doing anymore, because they've done the festivizers and stuff like that, which they could just, like, they've just allowed you to do on other festive weapons and stuff. Like, we had a few new festives last year, which was pretty cool. I liked seeing that, but that was also done through a festivizer, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember too much about it, but I know you had to get, like, an actual item to turn one of your items into festive, so it was like, it was alright, but I don't know, like maybe war paints would be the new way to do festive weapons. Who knows? So anyway, that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video. As I said at the start, it really helps me out and shows me that you want to see more stuff like this. Also, if you want to see more content like this on this channel, make sure you subscribe, because there's a bunch of awesome stuff coming soon, especially next week when I finish uni and have loads of time to just do whatever. So there's going to be a bunch of cool videos coming out. The podcast, the first episode of the podcast is going to be coming out, or is actually going to be live streamed on the 15th of December. So get ready for that. Make sure you're there. There'll be a link or something eventually, like in the next couple of videos, telling you where to go for that. It'll probably just be my regular YouTube live stream link. But either way, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you all tomorrow with another one. Goodbye.